Have you considered the possibility that your habits are too healthy? And when I say too healthy, I mean, are your healthy habits bringing you to a place that is no longer healthy? When I didn't have a period anymore, the more I read, the more I found that my habits fell into something called orthorexia, where I was obsessed with all things food and health based to the point where I couldn't think about anything else. And then if it wasn't food, it was exercise. And if it wasn't exercise, it was skincare. And if it wasn't skincare, it was hair care. And I was just concerned about everything that was in my environment at all times, anything that was touching my body. And then I had a whole obsession with cleaning and making sure that the surfaces I was touching were keeping me healthy, and everything around me was really surrounded by this aura of, am I going to get sick? Am I going to remain healthy? And I think a lot of girls have even struggled with this since the COVID pandemic as well. But yeah, it is possible that these habits could bring you to a place where you are avoiding so many foods that your body is in a nutritionally stressed state, feeling like there isn't enough food. And therefore, it is using the other parts of your body to support your functioning, because it's also possible that you are moving too much for the amount of calories that you are taking in. And you might be applauded for having a really low heart rate, really low body fat, really low body weight in general. Everybody in society tells you, like, oh, that's the best thing. That really means that you're healthy. But you're only as healthy as your hormones are. I was really frustrated going from doctor to doctor to doctor and having them say that I was fine, and having them say, like, oh, well, if you're not ready to have a baby right now, then don't worry about the fact that you don't have a period or that you haven't had one for 3 years. If you want, we can put you on a birth control pill so that you can have a period. And I know I already have a video, and hopefully you've already seen it, about how a pill bleed is not the same as a regular hormonal bleed. But again, that was something that I was being misled through by some of the doctors that I was seeing. And, I remember even being excited when I was going through the process for health insurance, and they came and they did like a physical, and they went and saw how all of my levels were. And I got a really low rate because of all of these stats that said I was healthy, but I didn't have a period. And I couldn't function in my job. Every time I was walking, I was getting stress fractures in my shins and my feet. I was frequently peeing my pants. I had so many symptoms, and everybody just kept telling me how healthy I was. And then I kind of sank into the identity of being the healthy one. And I guess one of the things that brought me out of it was that I couldn't check off the box that I had a period. And I read over and over again that was a sign of health for the body. Fertility was huge. And I wanted to be able to have kids one day. I didn't want to have to worry about it in the moment of having kids. So I started working on it and letting go of some of what I considered to be healthy habits one at a time. And then I was always measuring and keeping track of my gut health, the cervical mucus that was non-existent for a long time, but then slowly started coming back, my nails, my hair thickness, the energy levels I had, the amount I was able to sleep, all of that started increasing when I started letting go of the control for my healthy habits that brought me to a place that wasn't healthy. And that's how I live my life now. I'm constantly measuring based off of my basal body temperature and how I'm feeling emotionally, mentally, how I'm able to handle things that are placed in my path, and if my training is increasing. It used to be that I was only making progress if I was losing weight on the scale. And now I'm looking at everything except for the scale. And through that, I'm able to maintain a healthy relationship with food, and I'm able to do and think about other things instead of just where my food is coming from and whether or not I'm, hyper focused on the fact that it's organically processed or anything else like that. In fact, when I started bringing back in foods that were processed, like collagen powder and protein powder, I've been able to see an increase in my basal body temperature. My nails have gotten better. All of these things have increased. So as you are hopefully working your way out of some of these habits, reinforce yourself in your decisions by keeping track of the other aspects of your health. And that will hopefully keep you on the road to success. So good luck out there. I hope this was helpful. If you could send it to a friend, consider liking and subscribing to let me know what kind of content that you guys are looking to hear from. I do a weekly Dear Abby on Wednesdays, so feel free to send me questions that you have. It makes it really easy for me to know exactly what you want to hear. And I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.